Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
Сейчас сначала посмотрю задание. Извини, но... Все, вот теперь. Давай.
Incendio. Leviosa. Tego. Leviosa. Bringo. Incendio. Findo. Leviosa. Incendio. Findo. You're better than that. Bringo. Come on.
Давайте.
Incendio. Bringo.
Potato.
Incendio. Bringo. Luma. Leviosa. Incendio.
I shall report you for this. Potato in now.
Leviosa. Incendio. Incendio.
Perhaps one day I'll sign up for a round.
What a victory! You've won the tournament!
Ну,
That was nothing. I'm just getting started.
If the best duelists in the school weren't enough competition, then perhaps you should consider transferring to Durmstrang. Now, to the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honor to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Thank you.
от души.
It's been an honor.
You earned it. You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've definitively crowned the tournament winner, I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
От души.
Yes.
Вот где они? Вот смотри, вот где они? Куда они подевались? Вот в коллекциях они сейчас есть 100%. Вот зайди, видишь? Только не говори, что я их продал, блин. Все. Все. Идем туда. То есть это типа вступление было? Братан, стой!
Professor, I've completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter.
Давай.
Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand.
Научились?
Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
Теперь экспеллярмус вверх.
Expelliarmus, you seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Перезарядочка. И давай еще. Все. От души. Так. По заданиям. Тренировка комбинации. Клуб, сокращение, палочка, собирается в часовой башне. Мне нужно приготовить. Мне в Хогсмит надо. Хогсмит. Два. Подожди, стой, я же могу туда переместиться просто. Да, я могу туда просто переместиться. Я забыл, блин.
Revelio.
Мне нужно к портному. Не-не-не-не-не-не-не.
Please, come in. Let me know if you need help finding anything.
Он меня видит.
Before you ask, I'm all out of the new socks, so if your feet are smelly, you'll have to work it out for yourself.
Готический костюм.
I'd say that looks as if it was made for you.
Так, а это дуэльные перчатки темных искусств.
You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrag's promise. I'd say that looks as if it was made for you.
Я чё, старикашка, что ли? Школьная мантия с золотой отделкой.
I'd say that looks as if it was made for you.
Чел, а как понять-то, блядь? И вот это тоже возьмем.
You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrag's promise. I'd say that looks as if it was made for you.
Окей, купим.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
И поменяем снаряжение. Это взяли. О, я ощутил разницу, да. Это намного лучше. Наряд.
Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Я тебе продать хочу.
If I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
Продаем. 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 Есть у тебя что-то еще? Плащ с
I'd
рисунком
say that
кракена.
looks as if it was made for you.
Эй, фу.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Теперь... Что тут у нас? Клювиху. Золото снабжено вещами, самым лучшим помощником продуктами.
I told you not to go down that path.
Ай,
Accio.
пойдем туда.
What are you up to now?
Все. Теперь пойдем. Задание. На задание по травологии. Надо. Перемещаемся. Ой. Отправляйтесь на задание по травологии.
Revelio.
Surely they don't share a common room like the students, do they? I almost had a treasure once.
Oh.
From my grandmother.
Идем на задание по травологии.
Mel, is she growing Punja's onion again?
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Oh, hello.
Эй!
Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake.
Ай, корень мандрагоры.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more
Заранее вас
comfortable,
предупрежу,
shall we?
ребят. Прикройте ваши
First,
уши,
let's
пожалуйста.
protect our ears.
Вот как и знал, вот как и знал.
Now, everyone. Grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Вот, я о чем вам говорю.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Repair it. I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right.
От души, да.
Splendid work, everyone.
Я больше не
Now
вернусь на
for our
это.
next task, we'll be
Себастьян.
planting dittany at our
Себастьян.
potting tables. You can all get...
Профессор Чеснок.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Окей,
Actually,
мне
I enjoyed
понравилось.
it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese... Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well,
Тут
thank you.
можно собирать
I put Sebastian in his place
серьезно.
myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
И...
Look at that. Get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her hunting daffodils in tatters.
Все, понял. Их обратно забирать не могу.
Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Revelio.
Incendio.
And with that helpful reminder as to
Revelio.
why we always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
Gardens at Hogwarts.
I do wonder about Professor Fig.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Окей, хорошо.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pot.
Так, мне нужен теперь... Себастьян. Мне нужен теперь Себастьян побыстрее. Себастьян. Занятие зельеварения. Встретьте снадей. Так. У нас же круговое же, да, вот это вот.
Tried to summon the pepper at dinner last week and dropped pudding into our prefect's lab. Not sure who felt it more.
Seems that's off limits to me.
Do you find yourself taking certain ways to class based on the portraits you pass? I do. Some are much better conversationalists than others.
Покушаем подорожечку.
I can't go up there.
Почему мне туда нельзя, чел? Алло. Где Себастьян? Где Себастьян? Так, а это тут у нас что? Ну, снеки. Найс. Где ты, Себастьян? Это я знаю, это я не буду трогать.
Do you think I have a big forehead? You can be on it.
Нет, туда нельзя. А там у нас что?
Revelio.
Явно есть что-то.
Revelio.
Яблочки. Бля, мы что, круга навернули, что ли? Окей. Замок уровня 3.
Revelio. Expelliarmus.
Вот это заклинание нужно. Нет. Вот это. Там что? Там снеги.
Revelio.
Походу, по мере того, что нужно делать, будем проходить. Твари, блядь, ебать, сохранили, блядь.
Never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Revelio.
Побежали. Извиняй, чел. Побежали, 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 побежали. Побежали, 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 побежали. Ай, стоять. Ай, стоять. Побежали. Ты тут не видел этого? Как его там имя, блядь?
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Давай.
Accio. Incendio.
Something.
Accio. Incendio.
That's it.
Yeah.
Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
Excellent form.
Hey.
Next time, pal.
Accio. Incendio.
Keep trying.
Accio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
Nicely done. Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
Без тебя я не высыл. Блять, ну да.
It was only a training dummy.
True, but it's a difficult dummy. Believe me, I know. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Even though you won the tournament already, I'm glad to see you haven't stopped training. Stay sharp, my friend.
От души. Где?
Revelio.
Есть тут шо? Нет, не шо. Зелье варенье. Зелье варенье.
Sharp's desk. I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Вот он, Сильвестр.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect.
О, хромает,
You will begin
шрам на
this
лице,
term by
как я
brewing
заметил.
a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Так, давайте начнем с варенья.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. You must stir your cauldron in the correct direction. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
У меня там что-то происходит.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Так.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of the Goblin Rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you had permission to go into his office?
А почему ты спрашиваешь?
Why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Keep your potion.
Revelio.
Правитель мракоборческих садок. Тема Горбин и Перкес. В последнее время возле магазина Горбин наблюдается нездоровое оживление. Неурочные часы, особенно после полуночи, к черному ходу доставляют подозрительного вида свертки. С учетом репутации магазина мы решили увеличить число Хогвартса, ведущих наблюдений, выполнить число ожиданий наказаний. Это честно. Я застрял.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
От души.
glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Давай, от души.
Here's the flopper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurance potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Давай.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Подожди. 26, 25, 24, 22, 23, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ненароком успеть можно. Сок мурлокомля.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah! Get it! Dragon Tongue! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor, again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Endurance potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise, fewer explosions.
Пожалуйста. Так. Теперь к заданию. Девушка из Укану. А, нам туда же надо, блин. Пойдем с южного выхода из Хогвартса. И погнали. Это что, дом Хагрида, что ли? Земля пухом. Rest in peace, Хагрид. Эй, блин.
Revelio.
Да чё?
Accio. Levioso. Accio.
Не понял, куда его надо.
Accio. Accio. Levioso. Incendio.
This looks intriguing.
Понял, значит, огонь нужен. Все хорошо. И все?
Revelio. Revelio.
Это что за вопросительный знак?
Accio. Revelio.
А-а-а! Все, понял. И побежали. Наша красавица нас там ждет. Надь.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
Она мне доверяет. И даже хотела что-то сказать, поэтому отошла дальше. Но, скорее всего, ушки везде поэтому.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two have been pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Это может быть опасно, ты понимаешь? Там древняя магия за собой влечет.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow was planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Revelio.
I beg your pardon! How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
But Mummy...
Archie, I don't have time to argue. I've told you repeatedly not to stray far from home, especially when I'm inside with your little sister.
I never thought Ranrock's loyalists would go this far.
Revelio.
Oh, that's enough. I'm too tired for your stories today. You stay right here where I can see you. Now, why don't you do some more drawings for me?
Very well, Mummy.
Revelio.
I never thought Ranrock's loyalists would go this far.
Чё ты сказал? У него зелье времени. Там что, враги, что ли? Я заметил, где-то здесь тоже враги. Окей, пойдем туда, посмотрим, что там.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you. Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Вам пиздали.
Shouldn't be it. I see it better. Quick work at you.
Incendio.
Now, this has become personal.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Incendio.
You've made a great mistake.
Back for more.
Антесса, ребят. Подавись. Ох, вас гений.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Oh,
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me.